Tonight, I'd like to update the American people on the international effort that we have led in Libya, what we've done, what we plan to do, and why this matters to us.
We sadly find ourselves at the very point I feared when I opposed giving the President the open-ended authority to wage this war in 2002.
War was necessary, the President said, because the United States could not, and I quote, live at the mercy of an outlaw regime that threatens the peace with weapons of mass murder.
Muammar Gaddafi. He has denied his people freedom, exploited their wealth, murdered opponents at home and abroad, and terrorized innocent people around the world, including Americans.
We must exert the power of American diplomacy first.
I made it clear that Gaddafi had lost the confidence of his people and the legitimacy to lead. We froze more than $33 billion of Gaddafi's regime's assets, and I said that he needed to step down from power.
Tough, principled diplomacy. When you have no overarching strategy, there is no clear definition of success.
And will actively pursue it through non-military means.
What more could America's enemies ask for?
I ordered warships into the Mediterranean.
We are emboldening the enemy.
I authorized military action to stop the killing and enforce UN Security Council Resolution 1973.
An occupation of undetermined length, at undetermined cost, with undetermined consequences.
It authorized a no-fly zone to stop the regime's attacks from the air.
In the midst of a country torn by civil war.
And further authorized all necessary measures to protect the Libyan people.
But no amount of American soldiers can solve the political differences at the heart of somebody else's civil war.
Broadening our military mission to include regime change would be a mistake.
Fighting in a war without end will not make the American people safe.
But when our interests and values are at stake,
in a civil war where no military solution exists,
we have a responsibility to act.
It is time for us to fundamentally change our policy.
Change will come differently to different countries.
Too many lives have been lost. Too many billions of dollars have been spent.
The United States will not be able to dictate the pace and scope of this change.
For us to trust the President on another tired and failed policy,
failed ideology, and a fundamentally flawed political strategy.
The responsible course of action for the United States, for Iraq, and for our troops is to oppose this reckless escalation.
Real leadership creates the conditions and coalitions for others to step up as well, to work with allies and partners so that they bear their share of the burden and pay their share of the costs.
That is what we do as Americans. That's how we founded a republic based on freedom. That's how we faced down fascism. That's how we defended democracy through a Cold War and shined a light of hope bright enough to be seen in the darkest corners of the world.
That's the kind of leadership we've shown in Libya.
We can meet fear and danger head-on with hope and strength.
But we can make a difference.
When America leads with principle and pragmatism, hope can triumph over fear.
Ultimately, it is that faith, those ideals, that are the true measure of American leadership.
It is time to refocus America's efforts on the challenges we face at home.
Let us look to the future with confidence and hope, not only for our own country, but for all those yearning for freedom around the world.
It is time, once again, for America to lead.
Thank you. God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.